Moscow came under fire on Monday at the UN General Assembly and the International Criminal Court, which opened a war crimes investigation. Russia also faced urgent calls at an extraordinary UN General Assembly debate to end its unprovoked and unjustified assault. Take a look.
The fighting in Ukraine must stop. It's raging across the country from air, land, and sea. It must stop now. Russian missiles and their bombardments have been pounding Ukrainian cities day and night. This escalating violence, which is resulting in civilian deaths, including children, is totally unacceptable. Enough is enough.
As we speak, there are 520,000 refugees from Ukraine in neighboring countries. This figure has been rising exponentially, hour after hour, literally, since Thursday. I have worked in refugee crisis for almost 40 years, and I have rarely seen such an incredibly fast rising exodus of people. The largest, surely, within Europe since the Balkan Wars.
The acute issues are only remain in those towns where the Ukrainian authorities issued a criminal and responsible order to distribute arms to anyone who wants it, including criminals, the criminals who were let out of prisons for that specific purpose. And this resulted in mass instances of robberies and killings and looting. We also note that there is many instances where later on the victims of the looters and gangsters are shamelessly presented as having perished at the hands of the so-called Russian infiltrators. Once again, that the special military operation conducted by the Russian armed forces does not have the goal of occupying Ukraine or harming the local population. Demilitarizing the country, which is crammed with NATO weaponry, is aimed at protecting the long-suffering people in Donbass and Ukraine. And we're constantly being told the opposite, referring to some kind of credible reports. Despite the fact that currently in the information area there is a huge number of fakes, the kinds of fakes that people are trying to place on us, the blame for what is being done by Ukraine itself. And this tide of dirty lies replicated in Western mass media, unfortunately, very unfortunately, have become a dangerous mark of our times. Today, at this meeting of Security Council, once again, we heard about the bombings of residential areas, hospitals, schools, and kindergartens. It is reliably known that the Ukrainian radicals are placing their attack weaponry in residential areas, which is a direct violation of international humanitarian law.
In the morning, I told the General Assembly about the shellings of the residential city of Kharkiv by Russian Grads, killing and wounding dozens of innocent civilians. Now the residents of Kiev, the home of 3 million innocent people, and its suburbs are sitting within Russian crosshairs right now. According to Ukrainian Health Minister Viktor Lyashko, as of today, over 352 people, including 16 children, were killed, and about 2,040 people, including 45 children, wounded.